Okay, everyone, this is an episode of Reality Is. And so this evening, there was a meeting, Are You Tired of the Cuts? And it was a bunch of different organizations that came together. Sister the Hood, um, the Alliance was a part of this effort on this evening, and the Alliance for Community Services. And they're talking about the cuts, and I don't think everybody understand the extent of the cuts that Governor Rauner is trying to do for the state of Illinois. So it says responsible budget coalition. So this is kind of a breakdown. About 2 million from services and programs supporting health and disability care. Over 1.3 billion from investments in strong workforce in local communities. So what this means is, and it was a very informative meeting, and it's a shame that people in the community don't feel the need to come out to attend these meetings, because these meetings are very important to your environment and how things are going to change in your household, what you'll be able to afford to do. Now, I've said in other videos, when people campaign and they're running a campaign, they tell you all these promises that they're going to do. This man is a millionaire already, so he don't give a hill of beans about people that less fortunate. So he wants to cut everything, child care. Uh, Rauner wants to cut the funds for mental health. And then there was a couple of ladies that was disabled, and they're talking about raising their fare up to $5. But in order to do that, CTA has to raise their fare an extra quarter, which would make it $2.50, so they can raise their fare for $5. For a disabled person to say that it takes them at least 4 hours to go for a 30-minute ride is ridiculous. When I listen to somebody say, depending on the point system, whether their Medicare will get cut, the needs of the individual, you'll be cut from your Medicare. What this says to me is you just want people to die. You don't care about their well-being. You're cutting out child care programs, so after the kid get to be 6 years old, that's it. Uh, the SIDS program. So if a baby, this is about the baby. So you don't care about the baby's life neither. So this is very inhumane for a governor of the state of Illinois. And I'll say this again. He got in, but he's quick to get out if we want him out. But I'm saying this like I told them in the meeting. You can grassroots all you want, but we need to make this a serious statewide, nationwide campaign. This needs to stop. Any elected official that wants to affect people that will detriment their living lifestyle, we need to nip that in the bud. And it should piss people off when you have elected officials that sit in the office and make these decisions, but you hire your relatives, you increase your security detail, and you don't give up none of your money. You study put money in your pockets, and then you use the excuse that there is not enough revenue to fund all these things. If y'all asses would stop stealing and lying, we would have some freaking money. We didn't get this way overnight. Not at all. Babies are not born overnight. It takes 9 months for a mother to carry the baby and then deliver it. That's from conception to delivery. And that analogy goes back to the same way to the problems that arises in our various cities and states. From you knucklehead politicians that think you 10 cents slick, you sell us out to the company or the investor with the most money, and then you want to stick us with the debt and the bill. And then you want to cut things that we need. The seniors can't survive. The veterans can't survive. Then you talk about cutting homeless youth. You don't give no concern about life. What kind of crap is this? And then I fault some of these agencies when you have people in your office and you don't create that transparency so they can know what they're dealing with. Now, you want to cut something? Here's a clear message. Fire your wife. Don't take no security detail. And don't take no salary and decrease your staff salary that you didn't hire. Fire these preachers that you didn't hire and gave them a nice salary because they don't need it. None whatsoever. Give it to the people who can use that money. You need these mental health facilities. Seniors that struggle don't need to have their Medicare. People that's disabled don't need to have to wait 4 hours for a ride or have to fight for rights. They're disabled. What kind of mess? What kind of city, state, and country have we come to that we don't care nothing about nobody? Sickness don't matter. How you live don't matter. Y'all create the debt, and then you want the people to pay for it. And the funny part about all this, the rich people don't suffer because if your bank account is on overload, you don't understand about overdraft fees and negative amounts in your account. So for you to sit there and talk about you want to cut $2 billion in health and disability care and $1.3 billion in investment in the local communities, which means your child care, and you cut into your after school matters program, you're setting this up for the increased rate of crime. You're setting up for the overloading of the jails. You so freaking smart. Now, again, people, they are your employees. No elected official is the employer because they needed your vote to get in office. And we need to make this a campaign and stop it now and let him know we're not tolerating this shit. Not at all. Period.